Alright, there are plenty of schools of thought on this subject, as you have noticed. My printer is printing right now, and I just wanted to show quickly, so I turned the printer to its side here. But basically, you can see this is how my Z-rod, or the lead screw, is set up. The two screws actually thread into the brass piece right there. Okay, there's no nuts on there, and they are firm, not tight, but just firm. Like if I wiggle it, you can see I'm wiggling here back and forth, up and down. All right, I'll just show you that I'm doing that up here, so you don't have to take my word for it. But you can see when I do that, the brass nut, or I guess the threaded brass piece, is not moving at all. But you can see that the brass, or that the lead screw is just loose enough from its natural play between the lead screw and the brass piece. There's natural play in there. I can feel it wiggling, okay? But the brass piece isn't moving at all. The only reason I can do that is because when I set up my printer in the very beginning, you don't want this piece binding on that piece, okay? Especially down here, okay? When it's very close to the lower part of the bed of the print area right here, there should be no slop and there should be no binding. And the reason is because down here, where the coupler is, it's in the exact place to be exactly center of the brass piece. So when the lead screw drops through there all the way down to the coupler, it falls straight in. It doesn't have to be pulled to the left, right, forward, or back to fit it in there. So in order so that this part is straight above, it's got to be centered exactly on the coupler down here. And most printers, sometimes the stepper has to be shimmed out just a little bit. This forward and back, or left to right in this case, is done strictly by the screws holding it to the plate. In order for this part to be moved outward just enough so that this is indeed perfectly centered on this, it should be shimmed out. And usually, every time I build a printer for myself or a client, I can literally let go of the lead screw, let it drop through gravity, and it'll fall straight in. No binding up here at all. And that's what you want. You don't want any binding, so that the distance between center here is the same as here, is the same as up here. Okay, so it is exactly parallel with this side rail here. Okay, so the distance from here, the center of the brass piece, to the rail is never changing because it's physically mounted to this bracket. So what you need to keep that same distance here and center all the way down, alright, so that the shaft, the lead screw, falls straight in. And then firm up the screws, okay? Because basically it's already has enough play in it. It's not like a machined, fitting. It's literally has enough play between the lead screw and the threads on the brass piece. And then I just firm it up, okay? And I've done this on all of my printers. I have 4 ENDERs, and all my clients the same way. I've done over 3,500 prints, STL file prints, with no issues at all. So again, do what you think's best for you. That's what I do on mine, and happy printing.